What's up, everybody? Been writing a little bit today. Came up with a little short motivational message for everybody. I call it building a passport of peace. So I'm gonna read my entry for y'all's enjoyment. Building a passport of peace. Getting around, something a lot of us like to do, try to do, want to do, but don't get to do. What's the best way to go about this, with travel itself being the destination in mind? Having the funds, which in contemplation is a funny word itself. Funds contains the word fun, as if the amount of funds you possess is in direct relation to the amount of fun you have. But maybe even more importantly, is the amount of fun people have with you, showcasing your true value. Much of what people spend their time on is that which gives them an experience of enjoyment. Time in this case is directly relational to assets, as time itself is the greatest asset we possess. To invest our time wisely is one of the greatest challenges in life, given that life is a gift and should be spent on that which heightens our experience of it, rather than being spent trying to make a living. In this exercise, we will look at what it takes to build a passport of peace, a document that will allow you to go places, all the while people being supportive of your presence and will to experience. As the CEO of the corporation that is you, learning to increase your value by becoming something others desire, and then learning to broker and leverage your company for the interests of both business parties, will be the foundation for our passport of peace. As with any good deal that goes down, what is it that you have to offer? Another interesting word, in which correlation is becoming of it. That being, what are you going to leave behind in your experience with others? What do you have to give that will heighten the experience of those you come across, as you yourself are in search of, and once the deal is done, both parties can leave being satisfied. Now that we have established what a passport of peace in its basic form is, in that it is a set list of values that you yourself adhere to while in your travels throughout life, not being literally a document manifest before you, for you are it. Where is it that you are going to take your passport? And how is it that you can increase the acceptiveness of your passport to places you wish to go? First off, it is important to recognize the limits of your passport and to realize that for the express purpose, which is your reason to travel, diversity of difference is the express purpose of which will result in the denial of your passport through opinion. It is at this point that we must take an in-depth and introspective look at what it is that provides us with our motion, to see if it is something that builds our passport or breaks it down. How you acquire the ability to move through the support of others investing in your movement will show your direct and true intentions. Being yourself a broker, you must sell something that provides the experience you wish to experience, to encounter peace and welcome relations wherever you go. If you have to go to war for peace, one must think, is this a place I would truly like to go if I have to go to war for it? If your express purpose is to travel into a thorny bush, it makes better sense to travel into a thorny bush rather than becoming a thorn yourself to cut it down, in which case the place is now different and you can no longer go there for it's gone. Peace is something that comes as a direct descendant of peace, as certain plants create plants of a similar type. Going so deep as to dismiss the claims in favor of going to war for peace will plant seeds that grow nothing, as they burn up in the center of the earth, never reaching the light of day. In one's quest for peace, one must take a step out of yourself and look at the bigger picture, the movement of the stars, and the timeless eternity that they represent. To invoke action against that which is bitter is to become bitter, and is to forget that something truly bad is its own end, in which need not be a disruption of your own peace, where, ironically, salvation of corruption is better spent bettering yourself rather than criticizing others, passing on a passport of peace through your example.